Yo, so it's Lone. I know it has been quite a minute, but I started to make a video on Instagram Live, see if I can get anyone to join. But nobody joined because nobody was active. I don't really have a lot of followers on Instagram, so it was kind of productive. Anywho, hope everyone's doing somewhat okay. Because I know that, life is pretty interesting right now. But, I was just watching Jack Morgan's channel, RLP, and he was making a video about loneliness, and I guess in the U.S. or just in general, but loneliness in the U.S. is pretty vivid, right? I mean, it's quite widespread, and it's not just Gen Z and or millennial. I think it's any generation and any age group, demographic, right? Um, a couple things that I feel that contribute to that. For one is, um, people don't go outside as much anymore. Children don't go outside as much. Um, I mean, especially like in ways that I guess we did back then, like to do, run around the neighborhood, play hide and seek, hopscotch, whatever it was, like dodgeball. I don't know, but a lot of people just don't do that. Adults, and even or teens and adults, they're usually in their phones a lot, and even kids. They're in their phones, they're in their laptops, they're working, or they're pretending to be on their phone and trying to avoid like eye contact with people. Um, and it's like everybody has like a RBF, RBF face, Um, so that could contribute to it too. Obviously, people are worried about their safety, which is fair, right? I mean, considering the climate, uh, the behavioral climate of this country and in Western culture, and probably even around the world. But I'm just gonna talk about the U.S. Um, and then what else? I mean, there's a lot of things. If you moved around a lot as a kid, like I did, whether it was because you were military family or life circumstances or what have you, that can affect, you know, how you make friends or don't make friends and how you perceive people, right? Um, Also, a lot of people just seem like they don't really have much value or context. Um, and when you don't consider your own self valuable or, having any kind of like substance to give to people, then you don't even want to hang out with yourself, let alone other people or a person. You don't want to schedule that, like, you know, that dinner. I don't want to say date specifically, but like a get together, right? Or to do activities, to go hiking. I don't know, go shoot at a gun range or go thrifting or whatever. Like you just don't have that motivation to do that, and a lot of people just would rather stay inside on their days off, their weekend if they have that off, and just chill. Now there are some exceptions to the rule, like people in college and university. Um, Typically they're going to be, I would say they're forced to go out and have fun and explore, but they're around other like-minded people, at least by age and presumably maybe even by like other beliefs. They're going to go out and go to the football games, the pet rallies. You know, if you're in a sorority fraternity, I'm sure you're going to have some socializing going on there, right? Um, and that's going to go kind of play into your college experience, but that's not everyone in college. Like, not everybody goes to college actually just for the experience. Some people go there because of academia. Um, their parents have forced them, and they're just like, okay, you need to get this degree, and you know, call it a day. We're paying for it, or it's somebody else is paying for it. So do what you got to do, right? And that's kind of an exception to the rule. And of course, like doing extracurricular activities in high school or again in college or what have you. Um, but one thing I've noticed is like when people are like, like when people are getting ready to leave, like a function or event, it's like all that like socializing just kind of goes out the window. Like you're like, yes, I'm so glad I get to leave finally. You don't like say it out loud, but like you imply it by saying, all right, it was nice to meet you, or it was a good time. Yeah, all right, I gotta go, and do laundry or cook meals or whatever, right? And then it's like it never even happened. So I don't know, guys. I'm just kind of talking out of my behind about a subject that I think most people are going to resonate with, and have some input or context to give. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of where we are. People, it's either by choice or by circumstances or both. And obviously, you have the power to change your own self, but a lot of people just don't have the want or real desire, or motivation to do so, because either self-limiting beliefs or like societal norms and pressure, and just your previous experiences with people. Because to some degree, most people are really about themselves. They say you should be selfish, but also selfless. um, because again, you can't really help other people until you help yourself in some way, or at least people don't view you as like a helpful person or a person of value, until you are in a position, not just like financially, but mentally, physically, to better yourself, right? Or to be a more quote unquote marketable person, or a person that like people are like, wow, like this person is actually worth being around. Think of it like this. Say if there's like 5 guys, right? They're all in decent shape. They all make decent money. They're not millionaires, but they make, we'll say, over 80,000 a year. I know that's not crazy, but we'll just say 80,000. Okay, so you're not making like 20,000 a year or something like that. But you're making 80,000 or more. They all have a car, a place. They have hobbies, or a hobby at least. And they all talk. And then you're the one person that's out of shape, is working a dead-end job, lives with their parents, or perhaps, grandparents, or whatever your situation is, family members. And you stay inside all the time. You're going to be the person that, I'm not going to say that they won't accept you, but they're probably not going to be as open door with you, like saying, hey, you want to join us and some drinks, or going to the, I don't know, some like concert, or firing range, or whatever it is. And the thing is people will judge you as soon as they see you. Like it's basically a set human thing. People judge you before they even hear you talk, before they know anything about your life or your story. They just judge. We're all victim and suspect of it, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the analogy that I was making. It's like people find groups and cliques and niches, and when you find those things, or that thing, maybe you're more of a gamer. Maybe you're more of a person who likes to go in the woods. Maybe you like sports. Maybe you like music. And you can break those into subcategories, right? Maybe you like, if you're into sports, maybe you only like watching football, American football. Maybe you're all about basketball, right? Or lacrosse, or I don't know, cricket, or whatever it is. For people who like taking hikes, maybe you just like to hike in the woods. You're not a person who likes to hike around a city or something. I mean, like take like a scenic tour around a city or something. I don't know. So basically what I'm saying is there's groups for almost anybody, both online, offline, but even if there's those groups, like if you're not happy with yourself, you're really not going to want to be around other people. And if you do, it's going to be like, it's going to be one of those things where it's almost like it's being forced, right? So, but anywho, I figured I'd make a video, honestly, because I'm just going to go back in the house and probably listen to music, watch some YouTube videos, podcasts, get ready for tomorrow. I work tomorrow. Woohoo! Yeah. And yeah, call it a night and a day. So, anywho, take care, and be blessed. Low one out.